Just gonna give you a few minutes to get on. Hello, everyone. Say hey, Brad.
Hi.
Hey, Bree. Hey, guys. Hello. Hey, you know what? Why don't you go grab your phone, Brad, and we'll share this to our private page for the foundation. Go grab your phone. I can do it. Go grab your phone.
Why on my phone?
Because that's what he likes to do. Just go grab your phone. Boys. Hey, Brandy Jordan. Hey, Brandy, good thing you got on here so you can get educated.
Hey, she's already educated.
Brandy Jordan Gore. She needs to know, don't she? We could ask her questions. Hey, Tara. Oh, hey, baby. Which one, Abby or Bailey?
Oh, Will.
Well, no, Will couldn't spell. Hey, Bay. Love you, girl. So tonight's topic is going to be for dwarfism awareness. We know a little about little people here, don't we, Bree? Little people as in young people and little people as in short people. What do you think about that? We're specialists on both accounts, aren't we? We just got rid of our little person as in young people. Oh, hi, Abby Cadabby. Come here, Brad. Oh, you won't be able to share it there. Never mind, Bad. You can't because you're not part of that group. Come in here. All right, guys, we're going to get started. I see a few people came on. Hope everybody's having a fabulous evening. Brad.
Hi.
Hey, you know what? Maybe if you scoot back by Bree. Here, Bree. Scoot up and let Brad scoot back. It's comfortable for you.
I can't even get...
Hey. There you go. He's going to act like he likes me. All right, guys, so let's talk about dwarfism. So, as you know, Bree and Brad both have a primordial dwarfism, and they are quite small. So for all of you people who do not know us personally, because this is the Facebook world. Look up, Brad. There you go. This is the Facebook world, so it can be shown everywhere. And we would ask that you actually like and share this to get the awareness out there. So dwarfism for Brad and Bree is MOPD2. I will not go into the name because it's really deep, but it is basically a recessive gene that their father and I both have, and it was passed along to them. So they are extremely tiny people, but the key word in that sentence was they are people. People. Real life people like all of you all watching this. And they have conquered a lot of obstacles in their lifetime. So the dwarfism is something that affects people. There's over 200 different types of dwarfism in the world, probably even more than that now, because even in our small little primordial family, we have recently just diagnosed lots of different mutations. So we can get lots of different treatments for specific illnesses, or not, it's not an illness, different conditions. Okay, so that's one thing. It is not a disease. You're not gonna catch it. You're quite safe being around us. Okay, so let's talk about some of the most asked questions. What do you think one of the most asked questions are, Brad?
Why are you small?
Why are you so small? Okay, God made them small. God made them small, just like God makes little dogs and big dogs. There's Chihuahuas, there's Rottweilers, there's Great Danes, there's Mastiffs. Okay, they're quite different, right? That's it. They're unique. They're their own people. So just like little dogs and big dogs, especially talking to kids, that's why they're small, because they are. It is what it is. Okay, so next question. What do you think the next questions would be, Bree?
How do you get a job?
How do you get a job? What do you guys do? They can do whatever you can do. They might do it a little different. Okay, they both went to college. They went to high school. They went to college. Brad has an associate's degree from his junior college. Most dwarfs are just people. Guys, they're people. Okay? Next question, how old are you? Now, this is my favorite because we'll be out and we live in not a big community and not a big area, not highly populated. And everybody comes up like it's a secret and like talk around them. Talk to them. Talk to them. They're people. They'll be looking at me like, well, how old are they? I'm like, okay, they're 27 and 25. Years? Yeah, years. So that's the nature of people. Most people are very, very kind. Every once in a while, just like on any social media, you have weird creepers and weird people. But overall, people are very kind. They're curious. Kids are the easiest to deal with because they just see them as people. They just say it how it is. Why does she have little glasses? Why is he so little? But at least they ask. They don't just sit and stare. So just talk to them. They're people. They'll talk back. They can say it. Most of them can. And if they can't, their parent will pick up. They'll pick up and help them where they're weak. The second thing is ask the question and don't stare. Third, if you want a picture, ask. But don't stand back and take pictures and gawk. And respect if they say no. Imagine yourself going to Walmart or we don't go to Walmart very often because it's just not our favorite store. We've kind of got addicted to Amazon, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, but if you imagine yourself going out somewhere and trying to have dinner and people are asking you for a picture, be thoughtful, be respectful, and they're not an amusement. They just are people. But if you're really, like you've seen us on TV, you've seen shows or whatever, and you're interested, ask. Most of the time, they're going to say yeah, okay? Because those people who truly ask mean well. And we totally embrace that. It is what it is. We're not going to get away from it. So, newsflash, they're small. We know that, okay? The next thing I was going to say is this is the favorite one. You guys are going to laugh. They don't even know what I'm going to say. They're like, what are we going to say? I said, we're not a scripted family, right? So we just speak off the cuff. Here, I'm going to leave it on them for a minute. But what should we call you?
Brad and Bree.
Exactly. You call them by their name. I mean, like, really, imagine somebody asking you, what should we call you? I mean, really?
By our names.
By their name. They're Brad and they're Bree. And my arm isn't long enough. Short people problems. We have them, don't we, guys? we have them in this family. Sorry. And we can laugh about it because it's real. You just have to figure it out. Yeah, and there's a dog that wants to get in this video, too. So, anyway, if you're ever in doubt of what to call them, the best thing to say is, oh, what's your name? My name is Christy. What is yours? And they will say Brad or Bree, and then ask him how old. That's totally fine. But if you wouldn't ask an average height person it, probably you shouldn't ask a short person that either. Okay? It's common courtesy. Okay, the next thing is, yes, if you're going to describe them, if they're going to describe you and they want to say, I seen Brad at the store and he is they want to know what's the right words to say to describe you.
A little person.
He's a little person. He's a little person, like a little dog or a big dog. He's a little person. He's a big person or a little person. And you know what? We're average height people. So if I walked up to you and said, hey, average height person, how would that feel? Right? Mm-hmm. Think about it, guys. So you'd walk up and say, hey, Christy, hey, Brad, hey, Bree, just like everyone else, all right? The next thing is the term dwarfism is totally appropriate. It is what they have, a dwarfism. It's the condition they were born with and they will have forever. So, dwarfism. They have a dwarfism. They are little people. The word we would prefer you do not use is midget. Okay? Midget is to a little person a slang derogatory word. It usually describes them as someone who is the freak show person. Okay? They are not a freak show. We've lived that life. They've been called that before. They know better. It doesn't matter what you say about them. It's how they feel inside. And do you feel like a freak show?
No.
No. They feel like good people, just like you and I. So, I know a lot of people don't know it's a bad derogatory word. So, liking and sharing this video is a sure way to get it out there, is it not? I mean, it really is. It's, guys, you can tell if somebody truly is just using it out of just conversation and they need a little education, or if they're just a mean-spirited person. Okay? And we don't care about mean-spirited people. You know what? That doesn't bother us, but it does bother some people. And you shouldn't ever be called something less than you are. And that's what we think of when you say midget. And it goes way back, guys. This is not anything new. Bridget, what is your name? Bridget. Did we know she was going to be a dwarf when she was born? No. Or we probably would have chose a different name. Because guess what? Bridget the midget has a nice... Baby, let's go outside, Brad.
Shut up.
Go take her out. Bridget the midget would have a nice ring to it for little kids. And they would just be, being little kids. So guess what she goes by? She goes by Bree, don't you? So, but just don't use that word. Just nix it from your vocabulary. And if you hear someone else say it, then maybe give them a little bit of education. It's not that they're bad people. They are not bad people, are they, Bree? They just don't know. So, the other thing we wanted to say was, there was something else. How do we do things at home? You know what? They just do everything like everyone else. They use a lot of step stools. They have to reach. They have small, like Bree has a smaller bathroom accommodated for. The light switches are a little lower. But overall, they do a lot of climbing, don't you, Brad?
Yeah.
They do a lot of climbing. And the average, there's lots, like we talked about, there's lots of dwarfisms. And those guys have, skeletal issues too. Besides that they're taller than Brad and Bree, sometimes their mobility is more limited, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if they need your help, they're going to ask for it, okay? It's not their first day as a dwarf when they go out in public. So if they need help reaching something, they're going to ask for it. Brad went to college. He couldn't see in the door to see if the room was, his class was going on. You grab someone in the hall and you ask, right, Brad?
Yep.
They know this. They've lived this. So if they need help, they'll ask you, okay? But most of all, don't make a spectacle out of them, right, Brad?
Mm-hmm.
Don't make them a freak show. It's not about the circus. They're not an act. They're just people, okay? Anything else, guys? If you're watching, any other questions? Health-wise, each dwarfism has different health risks associated to it, right, Brad?
Yep.
And unfortunately, ours does have a lot of health risk. We just learn to be proactive with our health. We get regular checkups. Brad had his transplant, right, Brad? And you do the best with what you have. And you learn as you go. We're kind of pioneering it for our group of guys, aren't we?
Yep.
The little guys know a lot more than what we knew when we came, when we faced this. And the internet has been wonderful. So, trying to think of the other thing. The other thing I wanted to say is, okay, this is a big one for Brad. Sports. Okay? And this kind of goes across not just dwarfisms, but anyone who has some sort of a challenge in life. And participation, especially in grade school and middle school. Oh my gosh, you have so many hormones in middle school. Middle school was tough without being a little bit different. Embrace them. Find something to include them in, guys. Schools, teachers, coaches, bring them on. They need your help in helping them adjust to real life and real world. There is something they can be good at, isn't there, Brad? Mm-hmm. What Brad found is he could play sports when he got older with the Dwarf Athletic Association. He has a blast. Bree was a cheerleader.
Yeah, now I'm going to a different team.
Yeah, he's been on different teams. He's met lots of friends. But Bree was a cheerleader in high school. She did competitive cheer. Brad did gymnastics, was in competitive cheerleading. Also, he was more like their stunt man is what he was. But they found their niche. So help those who have challenges find their niche. Look out there, look around, reach in and help them, guys, because everybody isn't going to have that same big confidence that Brad and Bree have. They have it, man. They have it. Do you not? Mm-hmm. They would help the average height person. Just because you're tall doesn't mean, or average doesn't mean that you have that confidence. So help build that up and help the other person, right, Brad? Mm-hmm. Trying to think of anything else. Anything else?
We can do jobs just as good as they do.
They can do jobs just like everyone else. Give the guys a break, you know. We, huh?
We're still working on it.
Yeah, Bree's job. What's your job right now? Bree's selling her. She's
Bree's-
helping her mom sell some makeup, aren't you?
And
Bree?
I'm doing YouTube.
Brad's going to start a YouTube channel. Who thinks that's a great idea? I think it's a wonderful idea. Yeah,
I'm gonna be a gamer.
he's going to be a gamer. Well, he is a gamer. He just hasn't got it on YouTube yet. But you know, find a dream and reach for it, right, Bree? Find something you enjoy.
I'm still working on it.
You never know what else Bria find herself doing. She'd like to be a dancer. She'd like to be dancing with Justin Bieber or Britney Spears, but you know, so far they haven't called, have they, Brie? Darn it.
Your turn.
Yeah, darn it. So, anyway, guys, that's really all we have. We just reach out, embrace those who are a little different, call people by their names, talk to them, talk to people with dwarfism just like an average height person. Come to, you know what, if you don't know what you should do, I'll tell you, come to LPA, come to our Little People Convention, walk around as a tall person for the week, and you're going to feel so out of place.
There's thousands.
Yeah, absolutely. Ask their sister Brandy and Brittany, their cousins and Chastity. Ask them what it's like when you're surrounded by people who are all of short stature, because you kind of feel out of place, and it puts it into perspective what they live with every single day. And do we complain? No, because you know what? Is it gonna change a darn thing?
Nope.
It just makes you unhappy. So face life head on, right, guys?
Yep.
All right, everyone have a good evening. Please. Oh, the dog is sneezing. Please have a good evening. And I said, and Abby and Bailey, yes, and Will. Abby, I'll tell you honestly, Bailey, is that still you that's on? This is their niece, Bailey and Abby.
And Will.
Well, yeah, but Will can't talk. If you're still on, Abby and Bailey, what did it feel like when you went to convention for the first time and you seen all of these little people? Why don't you put that in there? Did it make you feel out of place when you was around all these little people? We were blessed to have convention last year in St. Louis, and so the girls got to come and spend the time with us at convention. And you know, they did. They got to see how important it was and why. And they got to feel like they were too tall to be there. So it was really kind of fun. And Lexi and Caleb and Colton got to come. And Carter got to come. And Brittany. Weird. It felt really weird. Yes. See what I mean? So now they understand what it's like to be short stature when you're average. And you go into a room and everyone your age is smaller than you.
Yeah, like, for the sports,
Yeah.
we also have a summer league.
Yep. There's a summer league.
Well, it's Team USA, and then
National games.
it's national wide.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
other teams will be countries.
Oh yeah, there will be world games, and there'll be other teams just like the Olympics. So, anyway, pass the message. Be kind.
It's in Canada this year.
Yep. Hey Canadians, be kind. Call us by your names.
Mm-hmm.
Use little people. Use the word dwarfism. We aren't contagious, and we're not a spectacle. We are not a freak show. Don't ever go there. All right. Have a great day, and enjoy your life.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.